Hello and welcome to our Tableau workshop, analyzing player passing performance in football. I'm Shivam Chopra and I'm excited to guide you through this hands-on session where we will transform raw player data into insightful visualizations and dashboards using Tableau. In professional football world, clubs use Tableau to analyze team and player performance. Imagine being able to see not just where players are on the field, but how they are performing in real time. So by transforming this raw data into visual insights, coaches and analysts can make smarter decisions to boost performance and develop game-winning strategies. So in the club that I work for, we use Tableau to create team presentations, dashboards, and player individual reports. So today we will be focusing on analyzing player passing performance data from FC Barcelona. So especially we'll be looking at passing accuracy, key passes, passing accuracy by player positions, and players playing time. These metrics will help us understand how well each player performs in terms of passing and their overall contribution on the field. But remember, this is just one example. The techniques you will learn today can be applied to any type of data and metrics you want. Whether you are interested in shooting stats, defensive actions, or any other performance metric, you can use these methods to analyze and visualize your data effectively. Before we start, let's quickly go over the tools that we will be using. We will use fbref.com to get the football data or Barcelona's data. Then we will use Excel Excel for data cleaning and data preparation. And then lastly, we will use Tableau to create our visualizations and the final dashboard. Here's a quick overview of what we will be doing. Downloading data from fbref.com, cleaning the data in Excel, importing the clean data into Tableau, creating various visualizations, and lastly building an interactive dashboard. So by the end of this workshop, you will be able to create an interactive dashboard that can be used by coaches, analysts, or fans to gain deeper insights into player performance. Now let's dive into the practical steps and see how we can transform raw data into actionable insights using Tableau. Let's get started. So this is how our dashboard will look like. So as you can see, this is Barcelona's passing dashboard, and on the left we have playing time per 90. So this is basically the playing time of players, and if you look here, I only have I think 13 players in this list. So these are basically the starting 11 from last season. And then in the middle we've got passing accuracy. So if you hover over this, it says the player's name, and then we've got ADTs, passes attempted, and then the CMPs, passes completed, and then at the end we have this percentage as well. So passes are attempted, passes completed, and the completion rate. And in the middle we have key passes. As you can see, Gundogan made the most key passes last season, and this is basically based on the playing time. And then at the very bottom we have passing accuracy by position, and this data is filtered. So this data is using all the players. So this sheet is not filtering the 13 players. This is made from all the players that played last season basically. Then as you can see, defenders, they have passing accuracy of 88.77%. Another thing is I have used Barcelona's color code for the blue and red color, and then we've got logo at the top. And then lastly, I also have filters here. As you can see, select a players to apply filters, right? So if you click on any player, it filters out the data for that specific player. And then obviously this one might not make a lot of sense with when you're selecting a player, but you can see these two, players passing accuracy and key passes. And then similarly, I'm just gonna uncheck it, and similarly if you select any player, it's gonna do that. So yeah, that's that. That's basically our it's a very simple and basic dashboard that we can create. Welcome to this practical part of our Tableau workshop. So in this session we will take the raw player passing data from FC Barcelona, we will clean it, and then we will create some insightful visualizations and an interactive dashboard using Tableau. And again, I just want to mention that this will just be a basics on how you can create team presentations and dashboards on Tableau. Right, so the first things first, we need the data, right? So to get the data, what we'll do is we'll use the data from fbref.com. So yeah, let's quickly do that. I'm gonna open my Chrome. I'm gonna type fbref.com, and this is how the page looks like. And then the next thing is we need the data for Barcelona, right? So let's just type Barcelona. Yeah, Barcelona La Liga Men. And as you can see, you can choose any season you want, by the way. And this is displaying the latest 2024-2025 season, which haven't been started. As you can see, right, I'm just gonna go to the previous season. So the latest one was 2023 and 2024. And since we are making a dashboard on passing, so let's try to find passing metrics. Yeah, there we go. So this is the table that we need. Basically, we will be creating visualizations based on this table right here. Next thing is we can, just straightforward, we can copy this data. Just gonna select it from here. Yeah, copy. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna paste all this data in Excel. Yeah, there it is. And Control V, by the way, copy paste. So yeah, this is our data. Now that we have our data ready, what we're gonna do is, as you can see, there are a lot of columns in this data set that we don't need. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna remove all the unnecessary columns. So the columns that we need to create our visualization is, obviously we need players, then we will keep positions, then we will keep 90s, that is playing time. And then what we need is, so this was the total passing. So this one, CMPS, passes completed. We need this, passes attempted, and then passes and then completion percentage, basically. Yeah, so we can we need this, and we can literally just go ahead and delete the ones that we don't need. Yeah, just gonna go ahead and delete this. Okay, and what's the next thing? We don't need nation, just gonna delete this as well. We don't need age, I'm gonna delete this one as well. We don't need these ones either, just gonna go ahead and delete these. So yeah, another thing that I would say is we can clean the position column up a little bit. For example, we know that the Christensen, he plays only in defense, so then we can go ahead and remove the midfielders tag. By the way, MF is midfielder, and then we put defenders, forward, and then obviously Ter Stegen as a goalkeeper. Since we will be using position as one of our filters, so what I would recommend is just keeping it simple. Now let's jump right into the practical part of creating the visualizations. So now, as you can see, we have our clean data set. We're just gonna quickly load this data on Tableau now. Yeah, let's close this. Yeah, I'm just gonna open Tableau. It's taking a while. Yeah, so when you open Tableau, it's gonna look something like this. I'm just gonna quickly just straight away connect it to our data source. Yeah, so as you can see, the data is loaded. We've got all the columns and rows here. And yeah, let's quickly, we can dive right into creating our visualization. Let's go to sheet 1. And yeah, before we start, I'm just gonna quickly show you what we are making. So I've already made the dashboard before, so as you can see, and now we'll try to recreate the same dashboard. On our left, we have playing time per 90, then we have passes completed, then we have key passes, and then pass completed by position. And I've also added like a filter functionality here. So if you click on any player, it filters out the data for that particular player. Just gonna uncheck this. Now the next thing that I want to do is I want to outline all the worksheet and dashboard that we are gonna create. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just rename our worksheets. The first one is playing time per 90. playing time per 90. So yeah, now we have an idea what we are creating. So we're gonna create, we've got 4 worksheets where we will basically create 4 different visualizations and then put them together in this dashboard. So yeah, let's quickly start with our first dashboard, first worksheet. So as you can see, we need this heat map. So what I'm gonna do is I'm literally just gonna drag players to the rows. So it's gonna show like this, and then we need 90s this pill. It's the playing time. It's gonna drag and drop it to column. As you can see, automatically it created like a bar chart for us, but we need this heat map, right? So I'm just gonna go to show me tab and select this heat map. Yeah, and let's do this to descending order. So now you can see it's similar to the chart that I have here. Next thing is we can change the color. Again, you can play around with the colors. Okay, as you can see, it's similar to this one, but in this dashboard, as you can see, it's not showing all the players. It's just showing the 13 player who played the most last season basically. So what we need to do is we need to filter that data out. So to do that, just gonna drag the 90s pill to the filters. Yeah, then we need average. We go next, and then as you can see, there's a set range of value where we can select. What we want is we want the players who have played more than 16 matches to give you an easy example. So we need the players who played more than 16 matches. We hit apply. Okay, as you can see, you can also check it from here. It says 13 marks, which means we have 13 players who played more than 16 matches, basically more than 15 or 16 matches. Right, next thing we can do is we can clean this up a little bit. We can go ahead and remove this one. We can remove the row hide row label. We can put this to entire view. I know it's not looking good at the moment, but when we put it together in a dashboard, it's gonna look better. Yeah, next is pass completed. Yeah, let's just quickly jump to the sheet. Now what we need to do is, as you can see in this dashboard, it's a bar chart, but it's kind of it's everything is together. So we have passes completed, passes attempted, and completion percentage here. So what we can do is to create this, we can start with the same process. We can drag players to the rows, and the next thing is we need passes attempted. Can drop this in the column, so you can see it creates a bar chart, and we need the passes completed as well. So we're gonna again drag this and drop it next to the attempted passes. Now as you can see, it has created two different grade basically. And what we need to do is we need to, as you can see here, it's in one bar, right? So what we have to do is we have to create a dual axis for this. So to do that, we can simply go ahead and right click on the passes completed, and there's an option dual axis. We'll click on this one. Next thing we need to do is synchronize the axes so that it starts with 0. Now if we can look at an example, for example Christensen, as you can see, he attempted 1569 passes, out of which he completed 1480. So again, you can already see a trend. But as you can see, this is in circle. We need this in bar, right? Bar chart. Then we can go to the all marks card. We can, instead of automatic, we can select bar chart. Right. So the next thing is again filtering out the data. We'll do the same thing that we did before. Average, next, select 60, apply. Okay. Next, what we can do is we can put this to entire view. So now you see it looks much better now. Again, we can put this to descending order. Yeah. Now what we need is we need to change the color. So again, all marks card, we can change the color from here. right? We're gonna select not the brown color, we need gray. Then we can assign color palette to it. So what I want is, I want passes completed to be dark color, and then attempted the light color. Okay. Did I do the other way around? Yeah. So we can always change that. We can do it from here as well. Let's go ahead and again go back to gray. Passes completed is a light color, passes attempted dark color. Okay. What next thing is, we can tidy this up. We can go ahead and remove basically this label. Just uncheck show header, same from the bottom as well. Next thing we need is, so at the moment we have players passes completed and then the passes attempted, right? We need the completion rate as well, right? So the next thing we need to do is, we need to add that percentage sign, right? So to do that, what we can do is, we can simply we can right click this part. We can change the property, change the default property. Let's go to number format. As you can see, this is an option for percentage, but let's see what happens if we click on this one. So if you click on this one, you see it doesn't look right. Okay, to fix this, what we need to do is, let's go back to the default property, number format, and instead of percentage, let's go to a custom number and just add that percentage sign separately. Click OK. Now you see, looks similar to this now. Another thing that we can do is, we can add label, like you can add passes complete label in the middle. To do that, what we can do is, we can drag the passes completed to the labels tab, and as you can see, it's actually here, but we can't see it, right? Now what we need to do is, we click on label, alignment, and then we can align this to center. Now you see it is showing. So Jules Koundé, for example, he completed 2478 passes in total, and this is his completion percentage basically. And again, you can adjust the adjust the size of the bar from here as well. You can adjust the size of the bar, you can adjust the size, you can change font of this color. You can also just tidy this up. Maybe you see this like lines in the sheet right now. We can change that as well. We right click, we go to format, we go to format lines, and then we select none. So now we can just tidy this up. As you can see, everything to none. It's looking more tidy now. Another thing is, we can also delete this row label. Yeah, that's done. So yeah, our next chart is ready. Now to create the last one, team pass completed by position, what we can do is, as you can see, this is the similar chart as this one. So what we can do is, we can just duplicate this one, and let's just delete the previous one. Let's rename this to pass completed by position. Yeah, what we need to do is, we can simply instead of players, we need positions, right? So we can drag the positions on top of the players, and you see, I know it looks different, but at the moment it's filtering that data out from this filter basically. We can just remove this, and yeah, now we've got percentage. The defenders made more passes compared to midfielders or forward players, right? So another thing you can notice here is the percentage. It's saying, like, for example, it's saying 705.50%. So it doesn't make any sense, right? So to fix this, what we can do is, we can simply go ahead to the percentage label, and you see at the moment it's it's summing everything up, but what we need is, we need an average. So we'll just go ahead and select average. Now you can see it makes more sense, right? Last sheet. So this is key passes. As you can see, this is a very simple basic bar chart with player names and their key passes. So yeah, pretty straightforward. Again, we drag the players to rows, and then we need KP, that is key passes to columns. As you can see, it is what we need to do is we need to rotate these axes so that we can have it from bottom to top, not from left to right. To do that, we can simply, there's a button, it's swap the rows and columns. Yeah, that's done. Another thing that we can do here is we can, again we need to filter this data out. So again, the same process, sum, average, 16, apply. Okay, so see, it's similar to the other one that we have. I'm gonna put this to entire view. Now again, same thing, we can clean this up a little bit. We can go ahead and remove show header. We can remove this this row label. Another thing is, like, as you can see, this is just a bar chart with no number. What we can do is we need to add the label. Click on label, literally select show mark labels. See, it's much better now. Now lastly, let's change the color. I think I used this one, or I think I used this one. And then we can also add the border. So I see it looks much cleaner now. If you want, you can arrange this in ascending, descending, or however you want. So that's this sheet basically. So now comes the last thing, that is putting everything together in this in a dashboard. So dashboard is this one. Just gonna click this one, and what's the name? It's Barcelona passing dashboard. I'm gonna go ahead and rename this Barcelona passing dashboard. So that's that. Also, I'm gonna change the size of this dashboard to generic desktop. Now there are two ways how we can create this dashboard. One way is pretty straightforward. You can literally just drag and drop these sheets however we want, but I don't want to do that. What I always like to do is create like outline of the dashboard. So in this case, let's first create just an outline of where we want our sheets. To do that, we're just gonna drag a blank sheet, blank container, middle of the sheet. So as you can see, we've got this one. Now let's drop another one to the left. So as you can see, we've got this part now, this, and then this part. Now what we need to do is we need to divide the pass completed and pass key passes, right? So again, the same process. I'm gonna drag this and drop this to drop it right here. So now we got the top part of this dashboard. 1, 2, 3. Comes the last part for key passes. Another horizontal container. You can just drag and drop this one right here. Nice, easy. So as you can see, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Got 1, 2, 3, 4. When you hover over this, you can see now we have like a basic shape, how we want our dashboard to look like. Lastly, we need a title as well. So you can always go ahead and show dashboard title from here, but I don't want that. Again, we'll create a separate container for that. For this one, we can just simply create a text file, a text container, and this sheet name. We can obviously you can play around with the size and types of and font types. 18 bold. Okay, that's fine. So I'll resize this. So now as you can see, we got the top part, and you see this also a picture right here, Barcelona's logo, right? So we can go ahead and add that one as well. So this time we will choose image, drag and drop it next to the title. Yes, choose an image. I already have this image downloaded. Apply. Okay. So as you can see, now it looks more like this one. Another thing is what I've done is I've chosen the Barcelona's official color code. So that is the blue and red color. You can do that as well. Now it's pretty straightforward. Now we'll just drag and drop our sheets to wherever we want. So As you can see, playing time was here. Now we can resize this as well. Then we have passes completed on top. Then we have key passes at the bottom. And then passes completed by position here. Now I'm just gonna remove the unnecessary things. So yeah, now as you can see, it's looking more like the one that I created now. Next thing we need to do is we need to add the filter functionality, right? So to do that, we need to filter this one. So what we can do is we can go ahead and click on the sheet, and you see there's a little button. It says use as filter. So if you click on this, it's now highlighted in white. So now what happens is whenever you click on any, for example this one, it filters out the whole dashboard for you. I'm just gonna deselect this one, and same for position as well. Just gonna click on the same thing, this one, and you could do the same for everything if you want. So now whenever you click on any player, for example Gundogan, it's gonna filter it out for you. So yeah, that's working properly. So and then the next thing you can see here is the dashboard that I created is like, you have more breathing space basically in between the visualizations, in between different charts. So to do that, what you can do is you can simply select a chart and then go to layout, and this inner padding and outer padding. So you can simply click on this. What I like to do is I give it like a 5. Same for this. So you see now it's more, you got more space here basically. It looks more cleaner basically, yeah. And you can also add like a background. You can just play around with this again, but for this one I want none. I don't want any background. And then you can also add like a border of your choice. In this case I'm just gonna go with like a thin border, and then you again like repeat this process for the other sheets as well. There's like tidying up the titles as well. So you can, if you double click on the title, you can just the middle, you can maybe change the font size again. Just play around with this as well. I'm gonna put this to 11. Yeah, so it's smaller, and now it's looking much better, I would say. So yeah, I think our dashboard is more or less ready, and you can always play around with the colors. You can also you go ahead and click on dashboard and click format dashboard and change the background of the dashboard as well. So yeah, you could do that. Just play around with the color and fonts and all. And lastly, what I also like to do is I like to add add like a caption at the bottom here. So yeah, we're just gonna create that again, a blank text file at the very bottom. Yeah, you can write source, since we got this data from fbref.com. Just gonna go ahead and mention that again. I want this in the middle, 8. Okay, yeah, that's done. So our dashboard is ready now. You can, if you click on any player, it filters out. Yeah, it's working fine. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, before we conclude, I want to leave you with my final thoughts and tips for creating visualizations in Tableau. So the techniques and steps that we have covered today can be applied to any football team, whether you are analyzing passing metrics, shooting accuracy, defensive actions, or any other type of data. The process remains the same. Gather your data, clean it, and visualize it using Tableau. One tip that I can give you is just keep it simple. As we know, simplicity is the key when you're creating effective visualizations. avoid any clutter, and focus on the most important metrics. Be clear and concise when creating these visualizations. Yeah, I would love to hear from you. What type of analysis would you like to see next? Whether it's it's a shooting metrics, defensive analysis, or perhaps integrating any different data source. Yeah, just let me know your thoughts and suggestions. I'm also open to create tutorials in other tools like Python. So yeah, feel free to share your preferences. If you enjoyed this workshop, please give this video a like, leave a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel for more content. Share this video with others who might find it helpful and help us grow our community. And for those who are interested in football analytics, you can check out my course, that is Beginner's Guide to Football Performance Analysis. You can click on the link below to get started. Thank you for joining me in this workshop. I hope you found it valuable and that you now feel more confident in creating your own Tableau visualizations and dashboards. And don't forget to subscribe for more content, and feel free to reach out with any questions or feedback you may have.